What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Marvelite podcast. I am your host, Luke, and I am joined with Will.
Damn, Daniel. Back at it again with the Danny rants.
And we have Nick.
Yeah, I'm here. Not against my own will, though, but yeah.
That's good. And we have Fail Whale 34, a.k.a. Michael.
What's going on, guys? Glad to be here. It's been a while.
A.k.a. Gerald.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, well, if you could actually, if you guys could see his hair, he looks like Gerald from Hey Arnold. I don't know if you've ever seen Hey Arnold.
You know,
it was a cartoon.
His shit has like 3 inches on mine.
Yeah. Okay.
We got to implement some type of video so people can see that in the future. Like.
Oh, they will.
Maybe
like this video so we can get some video so you can see my long hair.
Yeah, dude.
All right. I guess we're just going to kind of jump into the topic. So we have Spider-Man. All right. Well, I guess I should say Spider-Man. This isn't a meme, so this is a podcast. So we have our first official, unofficial, possible image of the Tom Holland MCU Spider-Man suit.
Yes.
It appeared online, which by us.
Fortune.
Who got that one there, right? Who found that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, where did it first appear, Nick? You said 4chan?
Yeah, well, no, actually, Axel Alonso tweeted it out, but, like, we found it on 4chan first, so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it may or may not be Spider-Man. I personally think there's a good chance that it is. Okay. It's making its rounds all over the internet. It very well may or may not be. I don't know. It looks kind of like what the suit has been described to look like, you know, for the movie. I can't really tell because the webbing on the suit, supposedly the webbing is supposed to be a little more sporadic and all over the place, and you can't really tell in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Most of the other characters on that card, though, they weren't quite like to the T, like the MCU suits, but they were all very, very close to the MCU suits.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What's your thoughts on it, Michael?
I think you were mentioning about the suits looking sort of similar. The Iron Man one looks pretty similar to the Civil War suit, I think, and the Cap one is pretty close too. I think it's the Black Widow ones that threw me off a bit, though. I thought that one didn't look how her look is.
Yeah.
But do I think it's Tom Holland? I don't think it is. Because I feel like if it was, they've been keeping it a secret so long, I feel like they would have took it down quickly. But that would also confirm it too, maybe. So that's maybe why they didn't do anything.
You have to realize, though, Marvel actually doesn't really try to take anything down unless it's Fox Marvel. Then you're in some hot water.
Copyright strikes and like notices and.
Yes, absolutely you do. Marvel Studios, however, they seem to be pretty laid back. Like they haven't really you remember when Age of Ultron the trailer leaked?
Oh yeah.
Okay. They didn't actually try to take that down. They were just like, screw it, just upload it now. You know, they were super chill about it. And, you know, I have to shout out DC for being cool when the Suicide Squad trailer leaked too.
Very true.
You know, from Comic-Con. They played it cool, and they were just like, you know what, let's just upload it. So they did. But Fox, however, they're super salty when stuff like that happens.
But they didn't do that. They didn't release like a brand new photo of him, right? So that maybe it's not real. Like, why would he just put it out like that if they know there's kind of like trying to keep it a secret, you know? Like, why would he just tweet it?
Yeah. One of the main arguments I've seen for it so far is, well, no way Marvel would ever let like a leak like that happen if it's not official, you know? So I'm like, well, look how like the Vision first got leaked. He got leaked on promotional art. Okay, look at Black Panther and things like that. You know, like a lot of them got leaked through promotional concept art, things of that nature.
True.
I don't know. It's really odd. I do find it odd that it is a weird way for it to leak on a business card of all things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Deadpool leaked, and then we got a movie.
Hey man.
Leaked. It leaked with Ryan Reynolds winking at you.
Yeah. No, but the Spider-Man suit, like it was actually kind of cool how it has the black lining around his eyeballs too, because I don't think they've done that in the other suits.
Yeah,
it's like the comic.
Didn't they do it in TASM 2?
Did they?
A little,
kind
yeah, a
of,
little bit.
yeah.
See, I like the eyes that they did, like the bug eyes for the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
These
but
ones are sharp.
For the new one, if that is the suit, they're still round, but they have like slightly sharper edges, but they're not like really sharp. Like the Tobey Maguire suit, I thought like the eyes were way too sharp.
Oh, dude, those
And
are
I didn't-
great. Dude, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah,
No,
they had a weird
they
point to
would-
their edges.
They didn't look like buggy like I wanted them to look. Okay, they were just really sharp with sharp lines and edges. This, I think, if this is what Tom Holland's going to be wearing, it's a very good mashup of the bug eyes and the sharp eyes. It's sort of this amalgamation of the two. I really like that. I think it looks really good. And if you look really, really closely, you can see a little bit of web wings. No, I'm kidding.
No.
Armpits. Confirmed.
Comment sections. How could you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's him though. At least coming from me. Granted, it could be, and I'd be probably fine with it is because it looks fine. But I don't think it is. I think they're just doing it so people can like kind of get thrown for a loop, and media outlets are just gonna be like, "Huh, holy shit! What is this news of?" So casual to be like, "What do you mean Spider-Man's gonna be in the Marvel movies?"
Yeah, I absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Well, Nick, what do you have to say about that?
We're supposed to get our Spider-Man look in the second final trailer for Civil War 2, so which is
Is that
I hope
is
not.
that a rumor?
Keep them a
yeah,
secret.
it's a rumor. It's supposed to air like around BVS like next month or
Oh,
something.
boy.
So.
Oh, dude, they're fucked. They have Daredevil and that. They're screwed.
Yeah.
I think we'll get our first
Game
look
over.
at Spider-Man.
Game over, man.
I think it'll be through a Funko.
It won't.
That'd be the best way to do
Well,
it.
seriously though, you remember that picture that came out of like all the Civil War Funkos,
yeah.
and there was that blacked out one? That was That was either Giant Man or Spider-Man. It was one or the other. Like they're not. They showed Ant-Man. Okay, now it's heavily rumored that Giant Man's going to be in the movie as well. So it may have been Giant Man or it was I'm actually leaning toward it being Spider-Man.
No,
That's the reason.
it was
why
actually
blacked
Giant Man.
out.
They actually leaked it by accident because I'm like a Funko enthusiast. So like I saw the leaked picture. They have a 6-inch Giant Man, so that's kind of.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, so that was
Yeah.
Giant Man. Then.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, I see. All right, well, do you guys have any more thoughts on this topic?
Spider-Man, dude. Where is he?
Speedman,
Where is
master of the
Spider-Man
Spide.
Where is Spider-Man? Everybody get on Twitter and start tweeting to Marvel, okay, and the Russos. Where is Spider-Man?
Keep his-
Hashtag it.
Remember that Russo brothers Twitter?
Marvel, keep his ass a secret.
Well, okay, like for any of you guys who don't follow like the internal politics of these studios like we do, there's this weird situation with Spider-Man. They're still working out a deal as to how they're legally allowed to market Spider-Man.
That's so silly, man.
It really is so silly. You would think that when they made the initial deal for him to come to Marvel Studios
A year ago.
a year ago now, okay, you would think that marketing would also be included in this deal. Like, how can they have not have thought that far ahead? That doesn't make any sense.
Dude, just
So,
remember
according-
that Tom Rothman is now the head of Sony. So
Oh my god, that gives me a headache. For those of you who don't know, Tom Rothman is responsible. Okay, he's the main reason why Deadpool took so long to happen. He said no to Deadpool many years ago. Okay, actually, now that I think of it, he's the reason why we got Barakapool, okay, and X-Men Origins. He's the reason why X-Men Origins even happened.
and X3 too.
And X3 and the Fantastic Four movies.
And-
Not Fant Four Stick, but the original two
And
Fantastic
now he's behind
Fours.
Ghostbusters at Sony. So yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll get that trailer in a week or so.
I think that Tom has had to have learned his lesson by now, though. He has to, honestly. If not, that concerns me if he hasn't learned any type of lesson from this. So
No, he hasn't.
Got some next level stupid there, buddy.
well, okay, but you got to realize too that they're also partnered with Marvel Studios now. They can't just do whatever they want. Okay, Marvel has to be involved in whatever they do with Spider-Man now.
Yeah, even on
You know.
their own independent film.
Correct. Yes, Kevin Feige is going to serve as an executive producer on the movie. Okay, so it's it wouldn't make sense for Marvel Studios to have Spider-Man in one of their movies and then Sony go do a solo movie and then do whatever they want. Because when they start doing whatever they want, that's when you start having continuity errors and slip-ups.
Marvel TV.
Yeah. Dude, Marvel TV isn't canon, actually.
Whoops.
It's in a different universe.
Don't do me like that, man. That's the one thing I care about. Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that right now.
They say with the Avengers Tower in the background.
Yeah, dude. There's the different logo before Netflix shows. It's just Marvel. There's no studios.
Well, it's because Marvel Studios focuses on the cinematic version of that universe.
Yeah, Ike Perlmutter has his hand over TV.
Well, Ike Perlmutter can...
And Jeff Loeb, too.
Jeff Loeb.
Oh, geez. Jeff Loeb.
Jeff Loeb, I think, he can be a decent writer when he wants to, but there's no reason why he should be in charge of any of this, okay? First off, Jeff Loeb, okay, is the reason why Earth's Mightiest Heroes got canceled.
God, I never forgot it.
And Spectacular.
Rebooted it, quote unquote, with gave us that really crappy cartoon universe with Avengers Assemble and like Hulk and the Agents of Smash, Ultimate Spider-Man.
The migraines coming in just thinking about it.
Which, by the way, those are all crap. I cannot stand it.
Which is weird.
Ultimate
Spider-Man's coming back, and it looks like it's getting better.
It's getting better. I'll give him that. I'll give him like the third season.
Dude, they had Miles on Ultimate Spider-Man.
The Web Warriors.
Donald Glover.
Yeah, but it'll never be on the level of Spectacular.
I have to give them a little bit of credit because I think the animation is actually terrific. I personally think that the animation is great for Ultimate Spider-Man, but like the level of writing is so immature and childish. Like they handle Spider-Man like a 3-year-old. I can't stand it.
You're being pretty nice on that one. 3 years old.
It's some of the worst writing that I've seen for Spider-Man ever. Okay.
We're getting off topic. We're talking about Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah. Sorry guys, this might turn into a shit show.
Yeah. What's the next topic?
I believe in us.
Okay, yeah, so we got some official, unofficial looks at the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 set. They're actually already almost done filming in Atlanta at the Pinewood Studios there. They're already moving on, because a lot of this movie is going to be shot on set or in front of a green screen, okay? Or a mixture of both. There's not going to be a whole lot of outside stuff, so we're not going to be expecting a whole lot of photo leaks from the set. However, today, though, we did get a few photos of Gamora, Zoe Saldana as Gamora. She looks fabulous, as always, I think. We also got Nebula's stunt double.
Oh, that's why she looks so weird?
Yeah,
the mug face.
It was the stunt double, yeah.
Her face is like she's like taking a poop or something, but she sees someone and it's like really weird. It's like...
Yeah. We got Chris Pratt as Star-Lord. He's got a little bit of a different look, slightly. He was wearing like a different shirt than he was in the first movie.
Wait, who's Star-Lord?
His shirt is different. Everyone cum their pants.
Yeah, I don't know. They pretty much just all have their original looks, from the first movie. That doesn't look like there's too much of a change.
Why is there no uniforms yet? Like from the 08 run, like the black.
Oh my! If they're wearing like those kind of like those navy suits, man. Oh man, it's gonna be crazy.
Let's face it. As long as James Gunn is directing, we're not going to get the 08 run suits. The closest that we've seen was Gamora.
They should have them in
the first
Infinity
movie.
War at least.
That would be lit.
Now for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, if there is another director, because James Gunn said recently that he's not sure if he's going to direct the third movie. So if he doesn't, okay, and if there is a director who has a love and a passion for the 08 run, which is the Landing and Abnett run of Guardians of the Galaxy, which I have to highly recommend. It's one of my favorite story arcs ever. It's very, very good. But if they get a director who really loves that source material, we may see a closer version of that. They may even, someone may even adapt a storyline from that, which I think would be fantastic. I think if they would adapt any story from that 08 run, my favorite is probably Annihilation Conquest. They couldn't quite do Annihilation, but they definitely could do Annihilation Conquest, okay? They could bring back Ultron, Ronan. They could, they can include the Phalanx. I think it would be really cool.
You know who should direct
if they
that?
would do that.
that has like a great passion of the source material? Brett Ratner, actually, yeah.
No. No. Have you not seen Hercules?
Yeah, he did X3.
You mean the masterpiece?
Didn't you love X3?
Heracles?
No. I did not like.
Oh, they should
X-Men
get Josh
3.
Whedon to do it. Actually,
I think Joss, if he's going to direct another Marvel movie, I think he should do Captain Marvel. That's kind of his thing.
Did he want to do that, or wanted to include it?
Yeah,
at least?
He's talked briefly about humoring the idea of it, but I think for him, I think Joss really shines when he's creating his own content, rather than doing some type of big budget movie for a studio. I think he's better with small budgets and with his own universe and his own characters. I think that's when his creativity really shines and comes out. So that's pretty much what I have to say about Joss Whedon. Do you guys have any closing thoughts on any stuff from the Guardians photos?
I thought I liked, they look fine. Just his nebulous face. That was the only thing that bothered me.
Yeah.
Well, it's nifty, but I mean, I don't know. People get really excited over little things. I'm like, it's a set photo. That's what they're going to look like. Like when people freaked out over Doctor Strange, I'm like, it's a set photo. It's what they're going to look like.
yeah,
Now when the Entertainment Weekly photos come out, that's when I'll get excited.
yeah, like
Or the Empire photos.
yeah. Who's the actor playing Doctor Strange? Like, what's his name again? I don't.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh yeah, which I guess I can mention this in passing. Yeah, so some guy from an office in London was filming the set of Doctor Strange outside. It was pretty cool. If you can find that on YouTube, go and check it out. It's about 18 minutes long, but it shows the actor who's playing Baron Mordo, and I think Wong is even in that scene.
The guy in the orange suit, right? Or orange, kind of getup?
Holy damn.
He's like orange and yellow, yeah. And then Benedict Cumberbatch is there as Doctor Strange, and it's a really neat video. So if you guys don't mind spoilers for movies, I recommend checking that out. It was pretty fun and neat to watch.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Man, that shit is nifty.
Which surprises me. I'm honestly surprised they're not done filming that yet. They have to get be close to done shooting.
Dude, that comes out in November.
They have they got a long. I mean,
they have 5 months to do pre or post. That's
yeah. Well, you know that Guardians of the Galaxy started shooting they had exactly 1 year until the movie came out. Was day one of principal photography for that movie. Yeah. I'm not even kidding.
Well, Doctor Strange didn't it start in November or something or?
Yeah, I think it started late October, early November. Or something
so that's 1 year out
so.
for them too. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. 5 months of post production is pretty. I don't know. It's a pretty lengthy amount of time to get it done, but.
I mean, they're going to be in trouble because that Tupac biopic comes out that month. So I'm sorry, Guardians of the Galaxy might not make it, or Doctor Strange might not make it in November. Guess we'll see where the loyalties stand.
Dude, I get two Marvel.
It's gonna be
2 Marvel movies on my birthday, 2 years back to back. I get Doctor Strange and Thor 3 next year.
Nice.
I don't know about the last one, but
Yeah, dude. But dude, just imagine this fight: Tupac versus Doctor Strange. That's the fight we need.
Yeah.
Well,
think about it. Tupac is Brother Voodoo.
Well, okay. Spoiler alert: Tupac's dead. Okay. I don't know if you knew
He's
that.
in Canada, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Well, did you guys have any closing thoughts about that? About Doctor Strange?
Nope.
Nah.
Nah.
No,
is no one hyped for Doctor Strange?
No.
I'm very hyped.
Just you.
Just me. What? I could sit around and talk about Doctor Strange for hours, literally.
Dude, but they got that cucumber nickel guy to play him though.
Yeah, dude.
Python, whatever.
Yeah, Beat a Drum. What's his name? Beat a Drum. Cumstains. What's his name?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
He played Khan in Star Trek.
Yeah. That guy.
Do you guys know what other Marvel characters are going to be hitting the screen? Not the big screen, though. The small screen. Iron Fist. Okay,
Oh,
we have
boy.
Iron Fist coming,
Literally
and
hitting the screen.
he has officially been cast. Well, apparently he's been cast months ago, but Marvel was keeping that a secret. So he's that one guy who had that really one small role in that one show called Game of Thrones. That's I think what he's best known for.
Jones.
Finney Jones. People seem to be like super upset that he's a white guy and he's not Asian or a woman.
Yo.
Can I go in on that for a second?
Do you think?
Because I actually remember watching that one kind of unfurl as the guy on Hybrid who actually is on Tumblr, so I do see these a lot. I remember when the conversation actually started, when they were talking about the casting and people wondering about it being canceled. Here's the thing. I can understand kind of why people would be interested in him being Asian. I thought it'd be interesting to have like Osric Chow play Danny Rand, because Danny Rand has money, and having, not from a cultural perspective, since he's going to Kunlun for martial arts, he really does have to work at something, and it would be a culture very different from his, but also like very similar in the same way. So you could do a very interesting story from that, but you can't be mad that he's white, because that's how he was in the books. Like, it's not a random surprise. It just isn't. It shouldn't be a shock that he's casted as a white guy, because that's how he was in the book. That's like me getting pissed at, oh, well, what the hell? Donald Glover wasn't cast as Peter Parker. Well, yeah. Old Peter in the books was white. Can I be disappointed? Maybe a little bit, but was I surprised? Absolutely not. Like, it doesn't make any sense to be mad about it. It's just kind of silly.
The Ancient One.
Because
Who, you're talking about Tilda?
Oh.
Yeah, there's a girl playing the Ancient One.
Well,
yeah, Baron Mordo's a black dude in the movie. They changed it for the movie, but this is the show with someone that people people don't know Doctor Strange, but people probably did some research into Doctor Strange. I'm pretty sure a casual isn't going to know who Iron Fist is. It's like, oh yeah, that's the big black guy's best friend with the hands, the fighting dude in the streets.
See,
yeah, he's voiced by Beast Boy on Ultimate Spider-Man.
See, people's whole thing about this is that they want, quote unquote, more diversity in the Marvel universe. It's like Nick said. Look at the Ancient One. Look who's playing Baron Mordo. Okay, there is diversity, and it's not that Marvel's not they're not diverse. Okay, like they are, but they're not forcefully being diverse. Okay,
DC.
Hey,
slipped out of me. I'm sorry.
You get out of here with that DC stuff.
Hey,
all right?
Marvel
This is
forces
Marvelite.
diversity all the time. What are you talking about? Look at their comics.
Look at A-Force, dude.
Comics is one thing. What I'm talking more about is the movie and TV universe at this moment. I think that there's plenty of diversity in the MCU currently. I don't like it when studios get some kind of white guilt and say, oh, we have to change his character to a female, or to an Asian actor, or to an African American actor or actress. That, I think, that kind of diversity is forced, and it's because of some type of guilt for having too many white people in the movie or show. I don't agree with that kind of diversity personally.
Yeah, they should have got Carl Urban to be Black Panther. It would have been awesome.
Would I have been upset if they would have cast an Asian actor or actress to play Iron Fist? No. Only if they could retrofit his or her origin, to fit Danny Rand's story. Because a big part of Danny Rand's character, I saw some guy on Twitter, just today, say that, oh, well, his why does it matter if he's a female or if he's Asian? Because his origin and backstory have nothing to do with his race. And I was like, well, that just shows me how ignorant you are, and I can tell that you've never read an Iron Fist comic ever. Ever. Have you ever picked one up? Because that is just complete ignorance.
Luke, these people don't read comics. You get that, right? They just complain about this stuff.
They're just like, why aren't they being more progressive? That's what they're thinking.
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. For those of you who don't know Iron Fist, the whole thing of Iron Fist origin, in character. He's white, okay? That's a big plot point in his origin story.
He's an outsider.
He goes to a foreign city, okay, in a faraway place. Not only a foreign city, a mystical city, okay, full of monks and ninjas, and the Ancient One, and he's an outcast. He's an outsider because he's white, because he is this American blonde white guy. He has no idea where he's at. He doesn't know the language, okay? He doesn't know anything about their culture. That's a big thing, all right? And if you would just make him Asian and still try to do that same story, it would feel so out of place for that character. You guys know what I'm saying?
They should have Jackie Chan
saying?
like,
Do you guys
be
agree
his
with
mentor
me?
there.
Yeah, I feel like you could. I feel like you could pull it off because there are very, very different like Asian cultures. Like if you dropped a Korean dude in Japan, he'd probably be screwed. But my thing is, it would take a really, really, really good team of writers to pull it off. I don't think you can't do it because I thought the idea itself was interesting. I'm like, yeah, and we don't know what they were looking for cast-wise, and I have looked into some of Iron Fist. And yeah, well, here's the thing. I can understand it's like, oh, he wasn't a white guy. Or like when the stuff was coming out about Peter Parker, I'm like, Peter Parker's a poor-ass kid from Brooklyn. That could probably be a black kid. I'm like, yeah. Am I a little bit disappointed that they probably didn't consider it? Yeah, but oh well, they're sticking to the source material. So I'm not surprised or angered by it. I'm like, they're sticking to the books.
Yeah.
And like I understand that like his race can play into it, but I'm like, you could maybe pull it off, but like I said, you have to be a really good, and you have to be very careful about how you wrote that for a show.
Yeah, exactly. And it just like, first of all, they already apparently there's a bunch of rumors that it's hard for them to like make the show, right? So just like you're saying, the extra good writing, like that's just another thing they would have to deal with, because they're getting this guy to do all this mystical stuff on TV. It's probably a little difficult on their side for them to translate it. So like changing up the source material that much might even make it worse on their half. And this is the first time people are getting mad at them not sticking to the source material, which is weird, because usually like people want them
that's kind of I don't know, it's kind of a message of the situation, because it came out the blue. I'm like, I did not know there were this many people that wanted an Asian Danny Rand. I thought it was just on Tumblr, and like it didn't. I think one of you guys had said that like Gail Simone was behind it too. I'm like, oh, that's cool, but I don't think she's freaking out over Twitter. Like, what do you mean he's different than how he was in the books?
Yeah,
this is weird.
Even Marjorie Liu, who's the X-Men artist and all that, she's like all upset. I'm like, really?
Yeah, and Collider too. Do you see that article they posted?
Yeah,
they got
Collider.
the whitest guy ever. Like that was just like what? Like
that's like me getting pissed that Doctor Strange is being played by a white guy. I'm like, first of all, how dare you not use Brother Voodoo for this film? That's the real hero we deserve.
I will go as far to say that if you're complaining about that, okay, then it shouldn't be a big deal if you make Black Panther a white guy.
Yeah, dude, Carl Urban.
Yeah,
I wanted that.
with those two arguments, like, neither really makes sense, is the thing. Because it's just like, yeah, Black Panther's race does go into it because, he's the first African superhero. So it's just kind of like, if you could do Danny Rand, hell, you could, if technically, you could probably do Danny Rand as like a black guy or a Spanish guy or an Asian guy. You could do it, but it would not be easy to pull off. Granted, if I saw blaxploitation Danny Rand, that'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not that Danny Rand couldn't be Asian or even female for that fact. I just don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary for them to tell that kind of story with that kind of ethnic character. It's fine. Like, some of these people, honestly, they almost just seem just as racist for wanting an Asian actor more than or preferring one over a Caucasian guy. It's like, what do you have about Danny Rand being Caucasian? What is so wrong about that? I don't see anything wrong with that. It's like you guys said, they're just going with the source material. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm telling this to all of you listeners out there. There's nothing wrong with it. And there's nothing wrong with having diversity either, because again, I'm all for diversity. I just don't want it to be forced or feel forced. I want it, to have a natural flow of diversity.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, like if Luke Cage rolled up randomly as a Brazilian guy, I'd be like, okay, that was kind of out of the blue. And, it'd be game fucking set match if they did that.
Yeah.
I will say, though, if they did decide to make Danny Rand a black dude, I guess him and Luke Cage could really have, be brothers.
Dude, why didn't they get Carl Urban for Black Panther, though? Because they could have been like, he was, some South African, and, he got found by the Wakandans or something.
Dude, do you know how much historical bullshit would come out of come up? It's like, dude, let me tell you about the apartheid.
No.
It's like, oh fuck.
No, they retcon.
over.
They make a new origin for the film, the
gosh.
cinematic version, where he's like a baby and the Wakandan people find him, and then he's like this prophecy of the Black Panther.
Yeah. I mean, and I did see people who were upset on the internet about the Ancient One being going from an Asian man to a Caucasian female. That doesn't bug me. Honestly, I love Tilda. I think she's a great actress, and she's androgynous too. So I think it's a good thing that they cast her. Marvel really knows how to cast people, okay, for characters. And Chiwetel Ejiofor too, playing Baron Mordo. They changed Baron Mordo's origin and his race. He's a great actor. He's going to do great as that character.
Yeah, he is. Really
okay, good. And to people upset about these things, you have to realize that it is an Elseworld. Okay, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Fox Marvel Universe, all the cartoons, they are all Elseworld.
No, the cinematic is canon to the comics, though. I thought it's a universe within there's 616 and then there's MCU universe. There
is, but it is it's Marvel canon to the Marvel multiverse, but in fact, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is Earth 199,999. Okay, that is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and then you have the main continuity universe, which, well, up until recently was Earth 616. I don't even know what it is now because of Secret Wars.
It's still 616.
Apparently,
That's what I want to say, but there's some Marvel writers out there who will disagree with that. But
no, they said it in Spider-Gwen. That's the only reason I would know.
Yeah,
it jumps and it says 52 and it says 616.
Ask him on Tumblr.
Yeah, but you just have to realize that these are Elseworlds that they're writing. Okay, they're not like the main continuity of the comic universe. However, I will say that you can write really bad Elseworlds too, like Spider-Man Unlimited, for example. And then you can write really awesome and kick-ass Elseworlds like The Dark Knight Returns. It just really depends, It's just, you have to realize that there are different continuities, different timelines, different realities, okay? A lot of these... What?
I mean, no one got pissed that Black Panther's being played by a black guy when he's African. His roots are in Africa. I'm actually kind of surprised no one got upset about that they didn't cast an actually African actor to do it. Granted, Wakanda doesn't exist. There's a lot of countries in the whole continent of Africa. So I actually am kind of surprised no one got pissed about that and more so about this. With someone that already started as a white guy. I was scrolling down looking through Iron Fist Wikipedia page. Does he have racist roots?
Who?
I know his dad's a
Danny.
business guy. That's all I know.
Granted, it said hitflix.com, so I don't know if it's legit or not.
Ooh,
so.
yeah. No, don't trust that.
They've been pretty hit or miss recently.
All right. Well, do you guys have any closing thoughts on this hot controversy?
This is a hot scoop.
They should have casted Bitch Boy from Breaking Bad.
Oh, Aaron Paul. I think.
Him as Iron Fist?
That would have been kind of a weird choice, but...
What, is it because he's too busy doing BoJack Horseman?
That, and I don't... It's not that I don't think he would do good, I just don't really see him as Danny Rand.
Yeah, I think the guy that's good.
Yeah, I see this Jones guy more of a Danny Rand kind of figure than I do.
Oh, they should have got Charlie Hunnam, dude. He's a TV actor, too.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie Hunnam
would have kind of see... I don't know. I don't know what he looks like clean shaven. I don't know if I'd be ready to see that with my own 2 eyes.
Oh, also, we're probably gonna get, since we have the actor like revealed, we're probably gonna get Iron Fist cameo on Luke Cage series.
Oh, thank God. That'd
Very
be sick.
true.
Yeah,
Danny the Man Rand. They're going to call him Danny the Hand Rand.
We're definitely not going to see him in Daredevil, so
Yeah.
everyone can rest easy on that one.
Do you think Mike Coulter and Finn Jones are going to have a good chemistry on screen together?
That's a good question.
I think so. I could see it. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just have to kind of wait and see. Luke Cage is, I think, scheduled to be out this fall or
Coulter, like,
this winter.
6'10"?
So,
And like that.
Is he that tall?
The other guy's like 5'10".
wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
He's 6'3".
6'10" apparently.
He's
6'3".
6'3".
Okay, I was gonna say
Still tall.
6'10". A 6'10" is like, whoa,
Dude,
what?
that's like
No.
that's like an A. LMAO standing next to him.
Yeah, that didn't sound right.
But no-
All right, well, I think we're gonna close this episode out for the week. So,
Before what?
All right.
Before it goes bad.
yeah.
Before it goes to the dark side
it's
of
going.
the net. Before it takes a turn for the racist.
Oh boy.
Well, if you say one more sentence, it's going to turn into a complete shit show.
Carl Urban is Black Panther.
It's a shit show now. All right. All right, guys, this has been the Marvelite podcast. We will be back next week. We have a new guest coming on, so look forward to that. I am your host, Luke, and I'm joined with Will.
Peace in the Middle Beast.
And Nick.
I'm still shilling out Carl Urban as Black Panther.
Never going to happen. And Farewell
you will try.
34.
Thank you, guys. Also, don't get mad if they cast a black guy for Miles Morales in the future.
Dude, that was episode 22, by the way, if anyone's keeping tab.
No one's paying attention to
All
that.
right.
All right, guys. All right. Till next time.
Peace.
Deuces.